Hello, welcome back to this video. Looks like we're doing this again. Um, it's been a while. It's been 2-3 weeks. Oh, not that long actually. Whatever. Let's get started with this thing. I'm gonna have to wait for the camera. There we go. Put the camera on me, please. Please don't do that. All right. Here's my subject: prefixes, roots, and suffixes. Let's get started. The definition of prefixes, according to Google. Very reliable source, as always. You already know this. Quote, a word, letter, or number placed before another. That's pretty simple. Or it's an element placed at the beginning of a word to qualify or adjust its meaning. Sorry, I can't read. Or it could also be a title placed before a name, like Dr. Seuss, sick author, or Mr. Penn, you always say Mr. How to use prefixes in a sentence. Pretty easy, really, pretty simple. The way I look at it is, for some cases, not all of them, this is just for make this easier for me personally. The way I look at it is that for a lot of examples, it's actually the reverse of what the actual word is. So like an example I could give you right here would be like inaction. Instead of being in the action, there's no action going on, so it's inaction. There's nothing happening. Nothing happening. Invincible. Um, the same thing really. It's you're not visible, so you're invincible. Pretty simple stuff. Misled. Oh, that happens a lot in high school, doesn't it? Anyway, misled. The prefix in this would be miss. You weren't led properly to the right path, and you got misled. Misplaced. Something you didn't place something properly. You misplaced it, and you lost it. Sucks to suck. The prefix in this would be miss. Non-fiction. Fiction. Science fiction. Anyway. Non-fiction, something that isn't real. Fiction is something that's not real. Sorry, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Fiction is something that's not real. Fiction is something that's not real. Non-fiction makes it real because it's not fiction, so it's real. Nonsense, just like literally what I said, like me stuttering ridiculously for no reason. That was complete nonsense. I don't even know what the hell I was doing. Anyway, nonsense. The prefix in this would be non, something that doesn't make sense. So it's nonsense. Another example would be pre, as in prehistory. The prefix in this would be pre. Prehistory, something that didn't happen in history, it's something that happened before. Kind of like a context in the CRA. Yeah. Now, for the definition of root words, according to Wikipedia. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wikipedia, extremely reliable source. I completely agree. This is where you are certain to get your information that is 100% true, 3,000% of the time. Completely true, not biased at all, only written by the professionals in their basement, and this is where you get the good stuff, really, really. Anyway, quote, a root is a word that does not have a prefix in front of the word or a suffix at the end of the word. I got this off Wikipedia, and it really makes sense. It wasn't an idiot that wrote this, or maybe it probably was, but this is actually the definition of a root word. It's pretty simple, pretty clear. Examples of root words could be use, clear, happy, or order. To add a prefix or a suffix to any of these, just to make it simpler. Use, you could add a suffix to this by useful or useless. Both are good suffixes for that. Clear, kind of like the same thing. Clearful, that's another suffix for it. Happy, to go for prefixes now, you could go for unhappy, much like my situation right now. Order, order, yeah, that's another example of root words. I don't have to give examples to everything. We're going to be here for like 10 other minutes, and I'm sure you don't want that. I'm trying to end your suffering quick here. How to use root words in a sentence. Ah. This one is probably the easiest of all, honestly. I completely agree. It's basically a word without the use of prefixes or suffixes in it. Pretty easy stuff. This is very elementary. It's just most of the time, the most common words you use are root words. It's very, very common. Very, very easy. More examples would be manage. And actually, I found this really weird because I found this on Google, very reliable source. One of the suffixes for manage is manager, but I was thought isn't that like a title or something? I was like, it's so confusing. Like seriously, Google, get your act together. More examples would be mature, comfort, employ, and last would be act. So employ, unemployed would be a prefix to employ. Imagine being unemployed. Get off your ass, man. Get a job. I'm serious. I say that like I don't have a job. I don't have a job, so ugh. You should have a job when you're 15 anyway. Like I'm with Mr. Panon on that one. Anyway, carrying on to more important things. Suffixes. The definition of suffixes according to Google. My favorite source. Actually, no, that's not true. Wikipedia is my favorite source because that's how you know you got the most reliable stuff. Quote. Suffixes are a letter or group of letters added to the ending of a root word to change its meaning. Long story short, I sure as hell hope so, that words / suffixes have letters or group of letters in it. Really, really am hoping that's the case. Anyway, examples of this would be position, promotion, collaborate, create, handful, playful, etc. So the suffix in position would be ion, the in right there, position, or in ian, position, in, yin. So that's confusing, Jesus. Say position without the T, so it's like ian. Anyway, promotion, same thing, ion. We're not going to get stuck on that for 30 seconds like last time. Collaborate. So you the rate, the orate in there. The create, not the 08, sorry, just the 8. Just the 8, sorry. The 8 in create, the 8 in collaborate, that's the suffix. Handful, oh dear. I'm not really handful, am I? Playful, depends. Anyway, the suffix in this is full from handful and full and playful. How to use suffixes in a sentence? Ah, yes, my favorite. Not at all. These are really easy once you know what they are. Yeah, exactly. It's prefixes, or prefixes. I don't know how you say it. Root words and suffixes are by far like the easiest things in grammar / English literature. It's very easy, very very easy, very very common, very elementary stuff. It's basically you add a small word at the end of a root word. To add another meaning to it, or to just change it completely. Just that's what it does. That's what suffixes do. Same with prefixes, really, except you add a small word at the beginning. More examples would be psychological. The "col" in there. That's the suffix. Hypocritical, same thing. Informative. Hopefully, like I think I'm informative, probably not, but I hope. Anyway, the suffix in this would be ive, ive. Another suffix would be hopeless. Yup, kind of like my life. Crazily, Romeo is crazily in love with Juliet. The suffix is illy. And last one out of this would be backwards. Just like instead of going to the back, you're going backwards. Anyway, this is it. Wow, that's the end, boys. It's over. This is, oh my god. Yeah, so you might thinking, who is this guy that's dancing in front of your screen? This is George Michael. I got criticized for my last presentation for not having any images in my presentation, and then I thought, why would I need to add images for a grammar presentation. I mean, Jesus, what do you want me to add in there? But anyway, I just thought, you know what? Let's just add pictures of George Michael looking happy and dancing because this is what I am right now. I'm happy that this is finally done. And I hope you are too. So your pain and suffering has now been completed. You can now leave. And thanks for watching.